So for everyone listening, we will be getting started in just 2 minutes. We're just waiting for the room to fill.
Welcome to the pre-show.
Yes, exactly.
Not sponsored by anyone.
Shall we get started? Shall we kick off?
Let's do it.
Ooh, you got me just so crazy over you. We love Madonna. We love Madonna. We love Madonna. We love Madonna.
Hi guys, it's Tony, live from Mexico, and our intrepid co-host Stefan, live from the United States.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live episode of MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna, Louise, Veronica, Ciccone, but you should already know that if you're listening to this show. We're happy to be doing another live episode. It's our first live episode of season 4. We're very excited. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Hey guys, so season 4 has premiered, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed the first 2 episodes with our special guest from The Girly Show, Christopher Childers, and we had to make it into a 2-part because we couldn't keep it contained to just one, right?
I know. I love that we did an inadvertent cliffhanger. It was the very first time. I'm like, Chris just set it up. He's like, and about that plane, and I was like, this is a perfect cliffhanger. We need to do this.
Yeah, and we got some revelations that we weren't expecting, and just goes to show you that when someone was on tour with Madonna, there's no shortage of stories to tell. So hopefully we'll be getting you guys some more of that this year with this new season, with a bit of a focus with the music album from 2000, right, Stefan?
Mm-hmm. Our little era album overseeing the whole season. It's a little fun, just in the sidelines, on the wings. Yeah, we got some fun guests coming up that I think everyone will enjoy. I know I'm excited to talk to them and can't wait. And it'll be fun. It'll be good.
It'll be fun, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. However, before we do that, I was thinking, and before we jump into our topic of the day, I was thinking it would be fun if we did a little bit of This Week in Ciccone. What do you think about that, Tony?
Yeah, let's do it. And
I know that we always have a standalone episode for This Week in Ciccone, but I feel like there's been a couple things that have gone on in the last few weeks since we've done our last This Week in Ciccone. I felt like
absolutely, and plus we have a captive audience, so I think
we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
So I figured we could just jump into that. I was thinking of possibly having a special guest join us for.
Yeah, she showed up and then she disappeared. So I'm hoping that this special guest decides to reappear again, so I may allow her in.
Shall we?
Hint, hint.
Yeah, exactly. Special guest for This Week in Ciccone, please call back in so we can allow you into the room. There she goes.
Special guest, are you on? Special surprise
Hi, you
guest?
Guys.
If it isn't our real life Nikki Finn, Liberty.
Hi, Liberty.
Hello. Bonjour. How are you this morning, my loves?
Oh, we're doing good. I'm so happy to hear your booming voice again, and let us know how you're doing today.
Well, I'm doing all right. I'm in my Madam X phase. I've thrown out my hip or my back or some thing that's useless, but that's okay. I'll just
You're performing in agony, is what you're telling us.
That's right. The show goes on. I've got batucaderas to lift me up, so I'm good.
Oh, very good. Because, if you are not feeling great physically, then just let everyone know and make everyone suffer in the interim, okay?
Yeah, or just, show up a little bit later than everyone else. And, don't even say a word about it.
And now, This Week in Ciccone.
See, I get what I want.
Since we are in This Week in Ciccone mode, so what do you guys have on your mind that is going on in
Well,
Ciccone land?
I think the most pressing thing, one of the things that she did recently was we had Madonna on Instagram Live, and she was spilling all the tea. She was taking some fan questions and offering up some morsels. Liberty, what was the biggest takeaway from Madonna's latest Instagram Live that piqued your interest?
Oh gosh. Okay, so there was several little drops there that she did. I'm not sure if it was intentional, like if she was just trying to troll us or have a little fun with us. First of all, she was wondering, hey, maybe she should go on tour with Britney, right? Like, and you know what else? Stadiums. Yeah, let's do it. Wouldn't that be great? And of course, the crowd went wild, and everybody's like, yeah, she's touring. She's going to do tours with Britney now. I did see a couple of posts of Britney's where she's just like using, what song was it in the background? Paradise,
She's done a couple.
I think?
Paradise Not For Me, Nobody's Perfect. She's done a couple Madonna songs.
Yeah, and, I thought that was and she recently posted about the lawyer that
that Madonna
has helped
found
her
for
so
her,
much. Yeah, so I think she's kind of like kind of waving across the room at Madonna right now, like, hey,
they're in touch.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if Britney's ready, but maybe.
That's what I meant. And, she'd have to brush up on her singing live on stage, and Madonna would have to kind of reintroduce herself to a new kind of live performance that doesn't involve neat D squats and climbing up 50 flights of stairs,
Well, right. So that's what I was curious about. So like going down this road, let's just say, yes, there's a Madonna Britney tour that's announced. What kind of tour do we think that would be? Do we think we think it would be both of them on stage, alternating between songs, occasionally doing duets? Or do we think it would be Britney opens the show, Madonna closes the show? Like, how do we think that type of tour would work with the tour?
I already know what it's going to be like. It's going to be like Madonna, like up on a platform, stage left, in a like rocking chair with like a big book, and she's going through the book narrating, and then Britney's underneath kind of acting out whatever Madonna wants her to do. Sort
of the Britney marionette type of thing. And Okay.
And Britney's recreating all of Madonna's high career points, and then commenting on them with her own songs.
Oh, so gosh.
It's like performance art. It's like, it's cathartic. You have to get, you have to go in one.
Through the journey.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that, like Valerie Cherish likes to say, I don't want to see that. Liberty, what would you envision the tour would be?
Oh, definitely Britney opens, Madonna closes. I mean, I've always liked this metaphor of Madonna sort of passing the torch, but I also really like, how some people were like, oh, when Madonna kissed her, like the spirit of Madonna came into Britney, and it was like, you are now. But I don't really think that works. I feel like it would be Britney opens, Madonna closes, because always, and with all due respect to Britney and Britney fans, Madonna is the bigger star, always and forever. And I mean, Britney would be a little bit more, she to me is a little bit more of a robotic performer. Maybe at a time Madonna was, but I feel like she's injected a little bit of personality. So possibly could be, a little bit more of a Madonna tour with Britney as, special.
The opener. So you think Britney would basically be the opening act for Madonna?
Yeah. And I think it would be good for Britney too, honestly, because she wouldn't have to go perform for that long. Maybe she could have some artistic direction of her own. And then also Madonna wouldn't have to be on that long too, right? So her 2-hour marathon shows could be pared down a little, and everybody's having a good time, from the young fans to the older fans. I think it could be fun.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to the idea, because I think it'd be such a drastically different thing for Madonna to do in her career, since she's always just been Madonna on tour by herself. And it would I think it would be fun for Madonna to sort of lessen her load of responsibility for the show. But I feel like if it was going to be the two of them touring together, in order to not offend Britney fans or offend Madonna fans, it would have to be the two of them come out at the very beginning together, and then they alternate doing numbers. So that way Madonna gets to rest during some of the show, Britney gets to rest during some of the show. You know, like they're not as frantically running around having to do these crazy costume transformations from, you know, like,
I do like
and
that.
then have to be on stage right away. And then also it gives them a chance to do some duets, have some interaction as they like, you know, they could perform together, come out to Me Against the Music, right? That's the song they did together, Me Against the Music. And so they open with that, of course, or they close with that, I'm not sure. But then one of them would do a song while the other one's off stage, maybe 1 or 2, 3 songs. Another one comes back, Madonna goes back and rests her knee, you know, talks to the twins, has a green smoothie or some sushi. Then she comes back out when Britney goes, so Britney can go and, you know, Instagram story a couple twirls and some spins, and, you know, and they just go back and forth like that, you know.
Yeah, that's good, because then, like, I could go, like, have a pee break during the Britney parts or something.
Oh my God.
Well, exactly. It gives, if you're a Madonna fan, you can leave when Britney's on stage, or vice versa. You know, go get some cheese fries and nachos from the concession stand.
Yeah, hot dogs.
Maybe smoke with Madonna's boyfriend out back. You know, in the smoking station. Have a couple puffs with Mike Dean and my boyfriend. And yeah, I think it'd be great.
All right, I'm down with that.
Ben Klein is chiming in on the comments that he is a no for this joint tour. Madonna should maintain her legendary elevation. Well. Thank you. Ben Klein.
What a surprise.
Ben has spoken, so I guess this is not going to happen now.
Yeah. Okay. And, it's been predicted.
Thank you for your input.
Yeah, your societal reflection will absolutely, you know, it'll transmit to Madonna and
put it out to the universe. You know, we never know things.
Listen, this kind of thing is another case of too many cooks, but you know, it can happen. I mean, all these, you know, legendary old men legacy acts do it all the time. Once upon a time, I did see Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera try this with the Justified Stripped. And it was, she came out, you know, did her set. He came out, did his set. And then they came out together and they did each other's sets. And, you know, I mean, I think that's a good idea. I mean, as far as they come out and do each other's encores because everyone knows them, you know? And
well, they wouldn't be able to do Britney first, then Madonna, because I bet you the fear would be I mean, obviously, I think there's a mutual love for both fans from both fan bases. You know,
at this point, they're both legacy acts. It's not about who's younger anymore.
I bet you people would be worried that if Britney opened, that people would only show up for Madonna, or that Britney fans would leave after Britney left if she wasn't coming back for Madonna.
Well, you know, that I think that was the same concern with Justified and Stripped, but it was also at the Nassau County Coliseum, so pretty much everybody was trapped. So I think that might be something that they'll do. They'll do it in venues that are not easy to get to, so you can't just slip out. You know?
Right, like Madison Square Garden, like they just take the train. We're done. Bye bye.
No, yeah. So that you know, that's basically Madonna's pipe dream. You know, that was basically her way of filling time during this live. Because we all know this is not anywhere near more than you know, just
and it just gave us something to drool over for a little while, and then she starts talking. Yeah, and she loves to do that, right? She loves to see what it is that we think, like that she thinks that we want, right? And then she's totally gonna like discard it. Like, okay, guys, so like, what should I title the movie? Like, she hasn't already got that somewhere in her pocket.
She's already decided, and she's just doing what do they call it? Fan service,
right?
She's giving us good face.
Yeah, and that's the point of the live, which is in the middle of the night, which only like, you know, the people who are up at that hour. I'm sorry, I don't stay up all night anymore, but you know, I didn't catch it actually live. I had to catch it after the fact. Because,
I watched the replay as well.
It's on YouTube. You know, the only thing that upset me about this entire, you know, interaction and live feed is, you know, There is a closet in Madonna's home, in her homes, all of her homes. There is a closet full of MDNA skincare that's unwrapped and ready to be given out. And Aaron Cressida Wilson, the screenwriter who was there, just asked for some hand lotion. That's all she asked for. And no, she couldn't get a gift bag or a little basket full of, all of this, these amazing skincare products that we all use and love. She just, couldn't get a freebie. And that truly saddens me.
That poor woman.
That's so true, right? She just brought her some kind of off-brand, like, here, I found this in the guest toilet.
Here's some Dove. Here's some Dove.
Listen, if I had my own eponymous skincare line, the minute anyone walked in my home, I would be like, here's a gift basket for you to take home.
Absolutely.
Right.
That would be fantastic. I mean, whenever anyone comes to visit me, I always photo shoot in the bathroom.
Not me. I hold mine very close to my vest. If anyone ever comes to my house and they want to use the bathroom, I'm like, sure, go right ahead, but please do not touch any of my MDNA skincare products.
Well, that's the first thing I'm doing then, Tony. Anything you tell me not to do, that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to open all your little
Every
cabinets.
time I use Tony's bathroom, rose mist.
I know.
He was always like, I go through so much rose mist. I don't know what's happening. And I'm like, why do you think I look 35?
Right. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. I don't know what was happening there. She could have product placed, but that's okay. I mean,
would you guys agree with me that they were both spraying Madame X perfume, now available for $500 to $1,000 online?
Oh, was that what they were spraying?
I would guess that they were, because it's Madonna's favorite scent. Either that or Portrait of a Lady. I
think that's what they were. I think they had Portrait of a Lady at that at that little Instagram live. Yeah, but I did think it was interesting. So Madonna on that live was talking about potential titles for the biopic or visual autobiography, whatever your preference is to call it. And then literally a few days later, Madonna accidentally leaks the working title, or who knows, maybe it is the actual title of the biopic, which is Little Sparrow. And she had that post up for like 2 hours because I didn't catch it right away. And then I saw it and I saw that she had the script, the front page of the script with Little Sparrow on it. And I thought, oh, well, I'm curious why this wasn't a bigger deal than it was, if that's the actual title. So I screen grabbed it. And then literally within minutes, she'd taken it down and reposted it and blurred it out with like a little heart emoji or something. And I was like, see, she didn't want to post that.
Well, you know what it is, though, is that a lot of times when people have, quote, top secret projects, they give it a misleading name. So when they're casting, it's not, easily found. And also when you're shooting on location and if everything says Madonna biopic and then you've got, the same, 50 fervent Madonna fans on the sidelines, but if you name it Little Sparrow, they're going to be like, oh, this is like some horror film, or something that has nothing to do with anything, I tend to think that Little Sparrow is a riff on that little girl lost in the storm in Truth or Dare, but that's just me. That's how my mind works.
Liberty, you had some insights into Little Sparrow, right?
To me, it's got to do with Edith Piaf. That was Edith Piaf's
Oh,
nickname.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a biopic on Edith Piaf a few years ago with I cannot remember the actress's name, but she's
Marion Cotillard. Yeah, it was called La Môme, which means Little Sparrow in French, correct?
Yes, and I don't know as I am reflecting on the film, because sometimes I would show it in my French classes. It may not be appropriate for children, but
no, you needed a nap. You needed a nap, so
kids need to know that struggle.
They do well, and that's what I'm kind of thinking about as I reflected on, okay, Little Sparrow, and that's La Môme, and that's Edith Piaf, and she sang La Vie en Rose in
Rebel Heart, which she showed her nipples,
and
very emotional, very nude, very, stripping away the layers,
Right. And Edith Piaf's story is very rags to riches, but also full of tragedy.
Back to rags.
We know, right, back to rags. And I mean, honestly, I think I'm wondering, I guess, if Madonna's seeing a little bit of, I don't want to use parallels because it's not the right word, but there is this struggle she's going to over dramatize a lot of what happened to her on her come up, and not to take away from whatever did happen to her, because as we all know, whatever your story is always more poignant and more more important to you, but we as the fans absolutely will eat that right up. We will eat it up.
We need, look, you can't do a movie and not over dramatize some things. Otherwise, what's the point of doing the movie? You know, like if we're watching a story, I want some drama. I want some twists. I want some turns. It was my problem with the new Scream movie. I was like, can we please have somebody die already? I'm like, this is 30 minutes in and no one's died yet. Like, what is going on here, people? Hopefully they rectify that in Scream 6. Anyway, I digress. Madonna's movie, absolutely. I want to see tragedy. I want to see crime.
You want to see a murder in the opening sequence?
Someone dies on the Lower East Side of
We
Madonna's
need explosions. We need cars flipping.
Car chases. I want, it's going to be fantastic. I'm on board. You know, whatever dish she's serving up, sure.
Riding around on the back of a Vespa through Paris wildly with, Patrick Hernandez, Born to Be Alive kind of. I want it all. I want all of the sadness and all of the triumph and I want it in 1 hour, 30 minutes, please. I don't need 12 hours.
Yeah. Lord knows how long this is going to go for. I mean, if it's, and who knows how long it's going to take. She also kind of was toying with that on the live, right? Like, maybe a series, maybe, right? But she already knows. I know she already knows.
She already knows. This is, like I said, fan service. But, one thing, I've been hearing some rumors about some casting, which I don't think they're true because I don't think we're there yet as far as production. But there was a rumor someone sent me that was on Twitter that Sky Ferreira was at Madonna's house with a guitar rehearsing. Not rehearsing, but like auditioning. And then another girl who I had to look up because I'm not 19. Her name is Natalia Dyer. Also auditioned for her. And I did see her photo and I was like, I could totally see her playing Madonna. And then the other one that I kind of got excited about and had to do some really back-end, low-end research was this girl named Liz Gillies, who I'd never heard of, who was a Nickelodeon girl. And turns out she's playing Fallon on a reboot of Dynasty that I didn't know existed. So I watched a couple of episodes on Netflix, and this girl could totally play Madonna. I mean, she already has the balls. I mean, they would just need to dye her hair from red to blonde and or black, and I think she could pull it off. She also sings, so that's a
okay. Plus. Well, no bad wigs, please. No bad wigs.
Yes. No wigs like Miranda Hobbs and Just Like That.
No, you guys. This movie's going to be a cavalcade of wigs. I mean, maybe the Lisa Rinna collection can provide the wigs because a biopic set in the 70s and 80s and 90s is going to be nothing but wigs. True. Nobody knows how to do that kind of hair anymore.
Yeah, but hopefully they're as good as the wigs Madonna had in Madam X.
Just think of the balls it takes to audition. You have to be like, I give zero fucks and just perform with, we joke around, right? We say, Madonna quotes all the time, but there's absolutely no way I could do that in front of her. I just think that it would be so much pressure. So good luck to whoever it is, because it's going to be.
When this is all said and done, we're going to have all these like audition reels of like every major actress of a certain age, reciting sides from Speed the Plow, saying, I know what it's like to be bad. I've been bad.
Right. I mean, you got to think about it, right? You're playing Madonna, but Madonna plays so many different people in her life. Yeah. So I'm excited and I can't wait just to see what comes up from this. But
let's just put it out into the universe that pre-production is off to a good start, because I mean, we can't just say this movie's going to get made. It has to be planned first,
So, well, I mean, if they're still working on the script though, I'm, who knows how long it's going to be.
It's going to take many hours of Madonna in the toilet to totally get the script, 100% approved. And I did kind of zoom in, and you could see that there's parts where they're singing, because it says something like Madonna sings, and there's like all these letters. I mean, look, I'm that person who's like, oh, screenshot that, zoom in, try to improve the photo.
Reverse it, flip it, around it. Crop in. Uh-huh.
Because I just want to know. I've got such curiosity.
Yeah. And knowing who the director is going to be, there will not be improvisational anything in this film. No. It's going to be exactly as it was written.
Yeah, well, okay, guys, listen, I'm going to go off and do fabulous, fabulous things today, record a couple new songs.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I've got such a busy life. It's just wild around here.
Well, we appreciate you joining us for a little bit of This Week in Ciccone. Thank you for taking some time out of your busy life.
It's my pleasure. You know, I live to talk about Madonna. I really do.
And thank you for weighing in on La Vie en Rose. I mean, that's invaluable information.
I wouldn't have it any other way because I love. I have seen Edith Piaf's grave in person. I'm a Francophile, a Francophone. And always have been. So that part is integral to who I am.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Well,
right.
Thank you, Liberty. We'll see you soon.
Bye, you guys. Bye.
Bye.
We'd be remiss to not mention the fact that today commemorates 10 years ago that Madonna performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. So if you have not watched that performance in a while after you're done listening to us,
it's still good.
Go cue that up on YouTube and watch some slayage. I remember I was in Miami at a work conference and I was like, guys, I have to step away for a second. And I went and watched the conference, watched the Super Bowl show. And I was like, this is amazing. And like of all times for me to not be in a gay bar when Madonna's performing at the Super Bowl. But I love that performance. Somebody had messaged me saying, don't you think it was sad that she lip synced through the entire performance? And I was like, you know what? I would have preferred her lip syncing and going balls to the wall full out in that performance and giving us opulence and amazing. As opposed to like her being out of breath trying to sing live and not going full out on the performance. So
yeah, you put on a 12-minute show with all your major hits for a worldwide audience and then let me know whether you're going to sing or lip sync. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. I can't make everyone happy.
I'm fine with the lip syncing. I've never, like as much as I enjoy hearing Madonna sing live, if she's going to be out of breath, I'd rather just have her save her voice, just phone it. Like
the whole, she didn't lip sync the entire thing. It was just, different elements for different moments of the performance. But I'd be remiss if I did not mention the new theme song. Martin, our friend, also commented on it. It is an earworm, and Stefan and Liberty did a good job with the new song for the season. So thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, and you know what? It's not, the full song is not completely finished just yet, but I'm trying to get it to a listenable phase where I'm comfortable putting it on one of the episodes. So it's coming. It's not completely there yet, but it is a cute song. Liberty did a bang up job singing the vocals, and she was wonderful to work with on that. So
great. Well, if any of you filthy animals want to call in, this is your chance. Don't.
Yeah. What's on the docket for today, Tony?
Well, this lady, Madonna's been talking about her newest project. She's got a lot of stuff, going on, but this project seems to be actually, coming out of the station. It's the 50 number one dance hits, and it's going to be a remix collection. Now, as of now, we are hoping that these are all new remixes in the vein of Immaculate Collection, where someone comes in and, reinvents each song. However, knowing Madonna, we can't confirm anything until she actually does. So how about you guys let us know out of, all of her number one dance remixes
which is a lot,
which made it on the charts. And actually some of those number ones are actually double A-sides, case in point, Bad Girl and Fever. But yeah, let us know which ones, if this were, just a comprehensive list and she was releasing it, which of the remixes would you want to see on there that you like? And then which one of those remixes she can keep in her vault. So I don't know. That's That's my question to you.
Well, why don't we start with you, Tony? What is there, like, out of all of her 50 number one dance songs, and 50 is a lot of songs. Like that's a pretty hefty greatest hits compilation that she's putting together.
Yeah. I mean, the more I think about it, my two top favorite Madonna remixes from that list, the Shep Pettibone remix, 12-inch remix of Keep It Together is like an all-time favorite. I've also really gotten into the Groove Armada 12-inch remix from Music. That's really very cool as well. And, there's the iconic, this is the other thing too, is that all of the album cuts from You Can Dance weren't considered number ones in Billboard. So I would like to add the Where's the Party remix is very scandalous, but I like it,
Right. I mean, something I would love to see is maybe some of the songs that got remixes and went to number one, but I don't feel the remixes were that amazing. I'd love to see maybe some of those songs get better remixes. Like one of the most missed opportunities I thought was Get Together. I was never happy with any of the Get Together remixes that came out, and I love that song, and I just felt like it deserved a little bit better. So if they're including Get Together, please let it be a revamped remix of that.
Right, exactly. And another case in point is Impressive Instant. It was a promo only release, but it did go to number one in the dance charts. But that was just, I think, a Victor Calderone remix, and I think we could improve upon that.
Yeah. But yeah, let's hear from someone call in and let us know what your thoughts are. Who's listening that wants to call in and chat.
Yeah, someone call in. Don't make a fool out of me.
Don't be shy.
I feel like a hooker waiting on a street corner.
I mean, we can chat about this all day, but
yeah, I mean, and we will.
I mean, I also love like the Beautiful Stranger remix that was out. I think that, like that's always, it's amazing how they took such a fun sort of sweet sounding song and made it a little bit more of a hard club track.
Right, like the same thing that happened with What It Feels Like for a Girl. But what will we do with American Pie? What will be done with that?
Was that one of them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, it was. I see. I'm looking at the list right now. Oh, geez. That's strange. Yeah, it's strange.
No, it's not strange. I mean, it was the only Madonna song going that summer, or that spring, so they had to do something about it. And no, we're not going to put it in the trash, Liberty.
I mean, it's a cute song. I mean, I think the production that William Orbit gave that song was good. I mean, I think people it was such an institutional song, know, that people had known for so long. And then Madonna comes out and does a slightly wispier version, and it wasn't as long. And
I think everyone did the best that they could with that. I mean, they even tried to release it in the, European versions of Music. So, I mean, they tried.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That would not work. Yeah. That's a totally different tone.
All right, caller, you're on.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, we can hear you now.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Tony and Stefan. It's Chris in Minneapolis. Hello.
Hi,
Hello,
Chris.
How are you doing?
Welcome back to another live show.
Thank you. I forgot this was happening, so I'm joining late. But
no, you didn't.
Better late than never.
You knew exactly when it was going on, and you slept through your.
Yeah. So, are we talking? We're talking about remixes we like and don't like. Is that it?
Yeah.
What's your take?
Let's have you.
What's your must-have and must not have?
Well, I have one that that would never make it on, but I love it's kind of obscure, the Sasha remix of Sky Fits Heaven.
Yeah, that's not obscure. That's a good one. That's on the Substitute for Love UK CD single part 2, I think.
I think you're right. I have it somewhere. Yeah, I love that one. And then I was saying in the chat earlier that any of the Take About remixes can stay away.
Yeah, we need maybe like a new soul / silky smooth disco
something. Well, I'm looking at the list, and Take a Bow is not one of her number one dance hits.
But it's a number one Billboard hit, which
correct. I'm curious to see what the logistics are for inclusion on this 50 tracks. Is it just like, is it any number one song of hers from any chart that she's putting, or is it just the dance remix chart?
I think it's a dance remix chart. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a missed opportunity to not do some kind of an up-tempo actual dance remix of that one, I think. But
yeah, right. Because I mean, think about it. At the time, all these number one ballads were being like heavily remixed. I'm thinking of
Titanic.
Titanic, Unbreak My Heart, Shania Twain, all these, when the girls were coming out with their ballads, they suddenly got remixed, and then boom, Saturday Night at the Club, there it was. Except for Take a Bow.
yeah.
Any other must-haves on your list that would have to be in there?
I agree with Tony about the Club 69. Nothing Really Matters. That's a great one. And then the junior remix of Secret is another great one that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all good. Some of her more recent remixes haven't been quite as memorable. Like I don't think I absolutely was thrilled with any of the Turn Up the Radio remixes. I felt like there were some that got there, but then they just didn't grab me.
Yeah.
What's your shock, Tony?
No, I looking back to the Turn Up Your Radio remixes, I didn't hate all of them, but yeah, once again, I didn't love all of them. I always usually just kind of retreated to the original version, but yeah, I mean that song was ripe for a remix, wouldn't you say?
Well, now see, that's where if we're gonna sky's the limit in terms of what we're hoping she puts on this. I would love if we could get a Turn Up the Radio version as epic as Martin Solveig's original demo was with Sunday Girl. Like, if we could get that type of club feel from the demo that she didn't have on the album track, I would be happy. That would be amazing. Honey Dijon, if you're out there listening, please do something like that.
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't search, I find her final, 50th number one dance hit. I thought all those remixes were really good, and, they just kind of segued into each other, and it was like, the vibe that she wants for today.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or the Madam X era.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Chris, thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. It's always
Chris.
Always fun to chat.
Good to talk to you guys.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Chiming in, Ben the Poet, he wants the Morales mix of Deeper and Deeper, which is what I want to. That should be the official remix for that song. It just keeps going and going, and sometimes I play it 3-4 times in a row, and it feels like just one long song, right?
I would love just like some really cool house remixes for some of the songs that didn't get house remixes. Like, that would be amazing. Martin is chiming in. He wants a Gambler moment. Sorry, Martin. Gambler was not one of her number ones at the time. It did not go on the dance chart. But,
yeah, stop trying to make Gambler happen. Gambler ain't happening.
And
I mean, why haven't we had a release of that song? I mean, it's Warner Brothers owns the rights to that song. I have the Vision Quest soundtrack. It's on a CD. They can do something with it, and they never have wanted to. And it really,
maybe that will be one of the songs that we get in the movie soundtrack. You never know what she's going to be trotting out. It's possible. Like, that could be one of those forgotten tracks that she's like, let's put that on the movie.
Well,
soundtrack.
And while we're on that topic too, I mean, I digress, but 3 songs were written for Vision Quest, and one of them has also disappeared into the ether. So find it, somebody, and let's.
Yeah, I mean,
let's hear it.
Like I said, I'm still holding out hope for Don't You Know. I mean, here we go. Come on, Madonna, come through.
Yeah.
Who else wants to call in and chat Madonna dance remixes? Come on, I know you dance queens are out there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, unless they're exhausted from going out dancing.
Partying last night. Yeah, well, we've all been there. How many times I used to leave work, go to happy hour, and troll in when the bars closed. And then it was just a shot weekend of doing absolutely nothing, but sitting on the couch, watching Law & Order SVU reruns. Ah, the good old days. So whoever wants to pour, I'm sure Ben Klein is drinking a cocktail in a bathtub. Come on, Ben, you got to call in and...
I mean, it seems a bit early for that, but he is very verbose today, so he might have been drinking all morning,
It's brunch time. People could be having mimosas or a little screwdriver, a little orange juice, Air the dog. Never hurt on your Saturday brunch.
And the devil appears.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Ben. Thanks for calling in.
He's like Beetlejuice. Say his name and he appears. Is he there?
He should be.
Sometimes it takes a little bit for Podbean to connect. Oh, there he is. Hello, Benjamin.
Hello, dears.
Or can you talk into the mic, Ben? I can't hear you. I want to hear your sultry, speaking voice.
This is why I wasn't going to call. I'm actually working out and I'm on headphones. You may not be able to hear me.
Oh, no, we can hear you.
We can hear you. You have a little bit of an echo. That's okay. What are you working out?
Let's not get into that. Let us know.
Yeah, we had like a crazy blizzard. You can't go anywhere.
Yeah. Let's not alienate all of our listeners.
I was waiting for him to say he's doing his yoga and Pilates and the room is full of hotties. Come on. I'm trying to set him up for a Madonna quote.
The room is cold.
I was just hoping we weren't going to go into like a leg day.
No, I'm not going. I'm not. See my booty get down like. No, we're not going hard candy. Right?
All right, Ben. I'm dying to hear your thoughts on the topic. Let us know where your head is at.
Well, so I have a question for you two in the audience. What do we think Mike Dean's involvement is in this project? Is he mastering the remixes with her, or? Because, we've seen her in the studio with him.
Yeah.
And we've seen her in the studio with Honey Dijon, but nobody else.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
Well, I would like to think, because Mike Dean is, a technical genius in his industry, that he is making sense of all of the sequencing, the remixing. He's also, famously, maybe this is how he came to her. Not sure if anyone knows how, but he worked with Diplo, and so he knows a thing or two about remixing. So I'm hoping that he's that Shep Pettibone / Mark Kamen / Jelly Bean guy who puts it all together and makes it sound good. Honey Dijon, I'm hoping, is remixing the entire project.
Right. Sort of like the Blessed Madonna did for the Dua Lipa remix.
Yeah.
I bet you that's sort of what Honey Dijon is doing. She's probably in there and being involved in like overseeing maybe like the creative direction, and Mike Dean is more the execution man.
I don't know it, but I'm hoping.
Yeah, I mean, he could. I bet you he's there because Madonna's music spans decades. That some of the tracks don't have the same cohesive sound to it. So if you're going to put them all on the same album, he's probably taking the original tracks and souping them up to make them sound a little bit more current and today, I assume.
All right. You've made me feel better about the whole project. So.
I mean, God bless Mike Dean for being able to get as stoned as he looks like he's getting in the studio and get anything done that's creative. And I mean, anytime I've ever gotten stoned, I've never been that productive. But, God bless him for being able to be super productive.
Well, he'll need to be high to make Celebration sound good again.
Bite your tongue. I love that. Really. The remix of the Benny Benassi remix of Celebration is I love that. I think it's far superior to the original.
Yeah, the original was trash.
Ben, what's your must-have remix and your I could care less?
I mean, I put it in the chat. I actually like several of the Get Together remixes, especially the Danny Howe, the 10-minute version. That version thumps, and I play it at the gym and when I'm out, when I used to go running all the time. I want to hear that one. I love Get Together is in my top 5 all-time Madonna, and that's the one I want. I love that song.
And you're I could care less?
Oh, I agree with Chris from Minneapolis. No, take a bow. No, take a bow. Ugh.
Yeah, Take a Bow belongs on Something to Remember, and that's the name of that.
To the Bulls, give it to the Bulls.
Yeah, we don't need the remix. It was a good effort, but no, it just didn't work. But
no, because I've been revisiting a lot of the '90s catalog while I'm working on finishing up a manuscript that's set, half of it is set in the 90s, and there's references to Madonna. And so I've been revisiting a lot of the 90s catalog, and it's great stuff. But the remixes were good for bedtime stories up until, except for Take a Bow. Like all the rest of them were great, but that just went off the rails.
What were your thoughts on what's hopefully a stellar inclusion to this collection, the Hanky Panky Bare Bones mix?
Another one I would not be mad at.
No, was that I don't. That's not one of them, is it?
Yes, it is.
Did that go to number 1 on the dance charts?
Yes, I think.
I'm looking at the official list on her website, and
sacrilege.
Hanky Panky is not there.
Yeah.
Neither is Human Nature from Bedtime Story.
One of Madonna's most notorious cash-ins, and it can't even get a number 1.
Well, it's still a fun song.
It really is.
Yeah, but no, it's not there. I know. I'm surprised that didn't make it either. It's because
Human Nature needed a better remix. It did.
Some of the remixes are more like dub versions than they are proper remixes.
But Human Nature, let's be honest, it doesn't need to be on there. It needs a break. She's performed it at how many shows now? Like, just let it have a seat and give somebody else some oxygen.
It needs to lay down, right?
It does. And like roll around in the bed and get messy hair and smeared mascara. So
justice for that Bettina Rhymes photo shoot. I love that.
Oh, I love it. From Details. I have that issue somewhere in my storage unit.
All right, don't lose it.
Love
it. Our live shows. No, I was just going to say our live shows just wouldn't be a live show without a call in from Ben.
Right. Well, one last thing, and then I need to go.
Yes.
So that issue of Details that has her on the cover, I think it's that same issue, has the music critics review of Bedtime Stories, and it was a man, a straight white man, but he wrote one of the most interesting things I ever thought about Madonna, which was that when she sings about love, it sounds like sex, but when she sings about sex, it sounds like politics. And that has always struck me as deeply true and interesting about her in a way that really recontextualizes her body of work. So
I totally
bring that to the sunlight.
I see that. Like for example, from that album Forbidden Love, it's like such a sexy, beautiful, longing track, and then you've got Human Nature, which is like very political. It's the first time I really made that connection. Thank you.
Yeah,
Ben Klein with the insights.
I know. Bringing it old school.
All right. Well, now
enjoy the rest of your workout.
Yes,
I am going to.
All right. Don't forget.
Have a great day.
30 minutes after your workout. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. I know,
hydrate. Replenish your fluids.
Yes. I'm going to take a bath after this. So.
All right. Keep it to yourself.
All right.
All right, guys. We've got time for one more call. So if you need to make yourself
gone? Where does the time go?
It goes into the ether. So yes. Oh, here we go. Let's.
Oh, exciting!
I think this might be my friend Tyler.
Hello, you're on with MLVC. Who's this?
Is that me? I'm Tony. My name's Tony.
Oh, hi, Tony.
Oh, hi, Tony. Tony, where are you calling from?
Columbus, Ohio.
And if you could turn us down in the background, that would be fantastic. As much as I love to hear myself.
Oh my God, what a coincidence. My name is Tony, and I've been to Columbus, Ohio.
Oh. I knew you were somewhere from Ohio.
It's a small world.
Yeah. I've been listening for a while. I just discovered you, so I thought.
Oh, welcome. I hope you didn't start at the beginning because that terrifies us.
Our first season was a little off to a rocky start with our technical glitches here and there. So hopefully you came in a little, or just forgive us for the first couple of episodes.
Yeah, I've been jumping around by just whatever strikes me as interesting at the time.
Oh, so. Okay, good. Yeah,
we're glad you did.
Avoid the first 14 episodes of season 1, and you'll be fine.
It does seem, okay, I will.
Or if you stumble on an early episode, you can appreciate the growth that we've had as podcasters.
Oh,
definitely. It seems a little more loose now.
We found our voice, if you will. All right, so Tony caller, not Tony host, Tony caller.
Yeah, we know.
would be your must-have on the 50 Dance remixes?
Probably Keep It Together, like a new remix, or some kind of like mashup of some of the singles from the different albums.
Ooh,
so
good.
mashing up like Express Yourself and Keep It Together, or so, like a prayer type of mashup or something.
Well, now
like
that brings up a very interesting point. Do we think we are actually getting full-blown versions, or would we get something like that? Would we get a mashup / montage, of a bunch of different songs?
As long as we don't get 2-minute remixes specifically made for TikTok, then I'll be happy.
I agree. One of the first Instagram teasers, she said 50 number ones and You Can Dance. So I had it in my mind that it would kind of be like 7 sides of You Can Dance, or 8 sides of You Can Dance.
Yeah,
something like that.
You think it'll be like a nonstop, like one long autoplay of you start the party and it's just 2 hours of Madonna tracks back to back to back?
Yes, I hope so. Well, maybe not like 2 hours, but like chunked like that.
Yeah.
So that you can hear it, you can do 4 or 5 at once or 3 at once.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's time for Madonna to, I'm sure she's doing this for her to read the room. I mean, we had a Chromatica remix album. We had Future Nostalgia remix album. Kylie Minogue did extended remixes of her entire disco album, and so on and so forth. Anyone who released dance music in the past 2 years has done this. So she can do it her way. She will do it her way, but, don't let us down, lady. So, Tony, what do you think she can skip?
If she's like from the list of 50?
Yeah.
What can she skip?
Or just what song would you not want her to put on this? Because even if it wasn't like one of her number one dance songs, you never know. Because Madonna's going to do what she wants. Maybe she's going to say, "I don't care if that one didn't go to 50 to number one. I want that on the compilation."
I think she's going to do them all, every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't?
I'm curious about these low-level performers like American Pie, even though it was like a number one, or Impressive Instant, which was a promo only, or a Love Don't Live Here Anymore remixes, which I love, but how can you reinvent those for today, or just, you can't just like let those play as they were. I mean, they're very dated.
I think about the Confessions remixes, and when the Jump maxi single came out, my favorite remix on that was just the extended version of Jump.
Me too. It's on all of my playlists. Yeah.
Same. And a lot of the other ones didn't have like a full vocal, or just like completely didn't sound like the song at all. I'm sure there were elements of it.
Martin chimed in on the comment section saying she's going to serve us a remix of "Hey You." Please no. That would be a song I would not want her to include, a remix of "Hey You."
Is that on the list?
No. Can you imagine though?
I mean, looking at the list, like Turn Up the Radio, I don't know about a remix for that.
But I do think you're onto something there. So who's to say maybe she's going to cherry pick her all-time favorites out of that list, and then the ones that aren't going to get a full-blown 3 minutes or 2 minutes airtime, we'll just hear elements of that. Like how she does on her tour, where she like when she closes with Celebration at the end of the MDNA tour, you hear elements of Give It To Me and Heartbeat. And maybe that's what she'll do, where you'll hear a remix of Celebration and you'll just hear a couple elements of, something else in the background, or she'll weave it in and it'll just be a bit. So that way we're getting elements of it, but we're not getting the full song. Who knows?
Sometimes those are the best live songs. Like Where's the Party in Music during the Confessions tour. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, exactly. Or just exactly like where she did, what was it when she Express Yourself at the VMAs, where she sort of has the callback of everybody in the very beginning, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like who knows? She might do stuff like that. What's the ones you don't want? You said is
there's not a lot I don't want, really, to be honest. I would like to when Shep did the the remix during Justify My Love, like things like I love the 10-minute long ones. I know we're not going to get 50 10-minute long
ones. Yes. No, I agree. I mean, I think that she's probably going to be tooling here and there, and hopefully it's nothing that's too artsy or alienating or that takes you out of the flow, right?
And has vocals. I think that's the most important thing for me.
Yeah, like something to sing along to, not just because like Bitch I'm Madonna, that was a lot of not her singing. Like a lot of her remixes for that song was just music remixes and not a lot of her. But I agree.
A lot in the last decade has been like that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's great for the white party, but it's not great for singing along.
Good for that K-hole on that cruise ship. But,
and we're past that.
Yes, we are. We are grown folks.
If that was a K-hole on a cruise ship, that the next step would be the emergency room for old Stefan. So it would not be pretty.
Well, Tony, thanks for calling in from Ohio. From Columbus, I have fond memories of going to that big gay bar where that big drag queen puts on those big productions. I'm missing out on every single name. Please.
The old one would be the Garage. Now it's probably Axis.
It's that one queen that was on Drag Race a couple years ago.
Nina West.
Yeah, Nina West. I went a couple of times and like literally like production numbers from like MGM on stage. I mean, never seen anything like it. So that's one reason to visit. For her. Yeah, and people told me, oh, this is every week. So when you go to Columbus, say hi to Tony and go see Nina West.
And I'd love to tell you guys my beer chair story sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you have one?
All right, we'll just tell it now.
Real quick. We'll fit it in. Yeah.
It was in one of the BAM shows. I don't even remember the date.
Mm-hmm.
But I just I had that reserved, that process that was awful in Chicago. But I really wanted to go to Brooklyn. So I was just tooling around one day and there was this lonely front row seat available. So I bought it. And I got there, and the guy next to me.
You mortgaged your house first in order to buy it.
It was pricey, yeah.
Understatement.
But people kept kind of saying "Oh, you're going to have fun tonight," and the guy next to me was kind of alluding that was the beer chair, and I don't know, just and when I bought the ticket, it seemed like there was a chair next to me on the map that didn't exist in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So, halfway through Medellin, the giant bodyguard comes up to me and just starts whispering in my ear, very quickly, she's going to come down from the stairs. She's going to ask for a sip of your beer. I'm going to give you that beer.
And then she'll murder you.
Right. He was like, do not touch her unless she touches you. She might talk to you. She might not. Do you understand?
She might be cranky. She might be friendly. You don't know.
Yeah.
Right. It's yeah, I understand. So he walks away. I'm dancing. A couple of minutes later, he just comes behind me, puts his hand on my shoulders, says, "It's happening right now," and shoves me down on the chair. And I look up and she's standing right there. Like an angel.
And how was your interaction with her? Did you have a good time?
I was nervous as hell. It was so... I was tongue-tied. I'm getting tongue-tied thinking about it.
But how about that wig, huh? That's a good wig.
The black wig, yeah.
Yeah.
Her eyes were sparkling.
Yeah.
I was holding her microphone. She kept saying, "So Tony, tell me." She just kept saying my name over and over again.
I love it when she says Tony.
Did you so yours wasn't on one of her Instagram stories, right? Because she had posted a couple of them on her Instagram stories.
No, she didn't start posting them until later,
after.
I think.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
And you didn't end up in the Madam X tour film either, we know.
No, I was looking up. But I'm an educator, and I told her that, and she had the whole crowd applaud for educators. And
well, you deserve an applause for being underpaid and overambitious.
Being one of the frontline warriors during all this. So
especially during all this. So thanks, Tone.
Sure. Yeah, it's been, but it was incredible. It was the bucket list item, and she's sitting right next to you, speaking to you, and you're holding her microphone. I held Madonna's microphone.
Well, I'm glad that you had a good experience and that you got an applause because, when Stefan was in the beer seat, he got nothing but grief.
Really?
No. I mean, she didn't give us a hard time, but it was, it's okay. If you're going to get a hard time from anybody, get a hard time from Madonna.
Mm-hmm. She asked me if I was hooking up with the guy next to me, and I was like, I hope so.
Back when we
memories.
could do that with strangers,
Yeah. Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, Tony, call in next time, and don't be a stranger. You're now officially a friend of the podcast. Don't you forget it.
I'll try to make my profile look like something real, too.
Okay, good. Yes.
All right. See you next time, Tony. Thank you.
Bye.
Well, you guys, that was another fun live call-in show. Next time, let's get more people calling in. Well,
I mean, it's Saturday. People are running errands.
I don't care. I want to hear from all of you.
But yes, thanks for taking the time, spending the time with us this afternoon. It's been great. Thanks, Tony. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Yeah, it's always fun to talk to you and all of our listeners. I'm so grateful for you guys. You guys make me smile every single day talking to you on Instagram and, hearing all your feedback. And we've got some great shows coming up. We've got some great Madonna-centric conversations coming up with some great Madonna-loving people. So stay tuned.
Yeah, and remember, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at MLVC Podcast. You can also donate to the podcast at Venmo, MLVC Podcast, as well as think about becoming a subscriber to our Patreon account, patreon.podbean.com/MLVC Podcast. And make sure you check out our YouTube channel. We're posting some fun content there, so go subscribe. And
and we want to say thank you to all of you guys that subscribe to the Patreon program. You guys are keeping this podcast going every month, and it really does help, with all of our operating costs. And we just want to say thank you. And if you have not done that yet and would love to help, go for it.
Yes, because you randomly, we're going to start selecting some of our Patreon subscribers to get special little gifts. Tony and I are going into the archives of our Madonna treasure chest, and we're going to start unloading the weight of our collections and sending our patron subscribers some fun thank you gifts. So
why not? Because, when it comes to Madonna memorabilia and merch, you can't take it with you. So let's pay it forward.
Share it with the people.
Yeah.
Tony, it's always fun talking to you. Thanks for chatting today.
Thank you, Stefan. And once again, to Liberty, to Ben, to Tony, and to Chris from Minneapolis, who is such a great fan of the show. And we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. See you, everybody.
Bye.